I'm going to press record. Thank you guys for calling in tonight. I'm so excited. I know a lot of people can't make it for several different reasons, but I'm really excited about this call because it's such an important subject, and it really helps me too to kind of refresh my kind of thinking around it all. And I know you guys will be able to add value too and kind of give your input and what's working for you and what's not working for you. And hopefully I provide some good tips. What I'm really doing is kind of setting the call up to something that I'm already doing and I feel like I'm doing pretty well to bring to all the table, and then something that I've been kind of researching and that I want to implement into my business. So that's why I'm really excited about it, because I think it will be really helpful. And again, I think thinking of leads and how we're growing our team is such a big part of our business, but also a scary part of the business. So I think it's always a good topic to talk about. But before we really get started, does anyone want to kind of recognize anyone? I know this is a big week, Lindsay, for your team. So I don't know if you want to recognize anyone or say anything before we get started.
Yeah, I mean, just Carrie Kirker is doing amazing. She's hit Success Club for the month, and her team is doing awesome. I mean, basically this Thursday means that she's held her diamond rank for 6 weeks, and she has such a strong diamond that it's like it just makes that extra special, because it just means she's growing into this incredible leader. And I don't know, it's just been pretty fabulous. So shout out to her.
So excited for you guys, and shout out to you, Lindsay. Honestly, I know I can speak for your team right now to say that you're an amazing leader, and what you're doing with your team to help them grow and supporting them and inspiring them has been an amazing journey for me to watch. So I'm super excited about where Ambition Army is going and how you guys are doing, and that several of you are going to be at Summit this year. That's so exciting. And you're going to be walking the stage as a 1-star diamond, which is so exciting. And I can't wait to see you kind of walk across the stage and be acknowledged for the hard work that you've been doing. Obviously I'll be cheering like crazy for you. So really, really exciting stuff. And I know this is only the beginning for all of us still. And I keep thinking that, because I keep going back to that, because it's weird. I have my days where I feel like I've been coaching for a really long time. And then I have my days where I'm like, I feel like I just signed up yesterday. And I don't know if you ever feel like that, but I was talking to this girl today I was super excited about. She's in London, but she's from the States. So I think she's going to get started on the opportunity. And I don't know, I see so much in her when I first kind of heard about this opportunity, and I reached out to Liz and I was telling her, like, I don't know, I was on the phone with her for like 10 minutes and I just was like, okay, I'm doing this. I didn't even ask a lot of questions. I asked some questions, but like, you know what I mean? I wasn't like as paranoid as some people are, because I had this feeling about this opportunity and I just knew it was going to change my life. And it's almost like when you meet someone for the first time, like your husband or someone now, and you're like, I just knew. And I kind of sensed that in her, and it kind of, it brought back that feeling for me. So I was really excited. So I've had a really excited day. I think I was just talking to my mentor too, Jeff, and like one of the things he said was like getting back to the basics. And this subject tonight is really part of that for me too. Like thinking about like, what did I used to do? How did I connect with people when I first started? How did I approach people? Am I doing something different now? Like, is that why I'm not reaching so many more people, or is it my market? Is it because I'm now used up all of my warm market and I've moved into my cold market, and I'm learning this kind of whole new way of communicating with people and getting them engaged. So I've been thinking about this a lot lately. So that's kind of the background on, this subject and why I wanted to bring it to the table. I think it's always something good to talk about. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is creating a lead list. So, really where to find those people and how to be connecting with them. Do you feel like you're still in your warm market, or are you pushing into your cold market and don't really know how to pursue it and how to connect with people? So, for Lindsay and maybe Lisa, because I know you've been coaches for a little bit, some of this might be stuff that's already kind of in your mind and that you know, but again, I still think it's good to refresh it, because even when I was writing this, I was like, yes, I need to do that. I need to get back to this. And this is more for all the new coaches too, who are still scared of sharing. And, on social media and sharing their journey. Because honestly, guys, using social media as much as possible, like I would go as far as saying that in this business, Facebook is a must. And some coaches will say that it's not, but I really, really believe that you have to be on Facebook. You have to be checking it daily. And it's not just from a standpoint of connecting with people. It's the coaching opportunity. It's learning. This is what Beachbody uses to help us grow, to teach us. This is how we run most of our trainings. I know people have Google Docs and they have other ways of setting them up now, but Facebook is still such a good resource to connect with people and to get the information that you need to be successful. So, I want to start by saying that, and I don't want to say it's a non-negotiable, but in my heart, I kind of really think it is. So, just wanted to get that message out there. And, if people, but on the flip side, I would totally recommend taking advantage of other social platforms. So Instagram, Twitter. I don't really know anyone close that's mastered Twitter, but I know coaches do use it and use it well. I know for a while Meg was kind of working with someone and she was taking advantage of it. But fortunately, that's not something I can add a huge value to. But I know there's a lot of information out there about Twitter and how to use it successfully. So if that's something that someone wanted to do, definitely reach out, and I'm happy to help you get the information you need. And the other one that I had a call on recently was Snapchat, and that's becoming really huge. It is funny. It makes me laugh too, and I think that's what's so exciting. I think I was saying on the call when I did it, when I was just learning about it, and Meredith, the girl that I had do the call, is hysterical. If you guys aren't following her, she's like friggin' so funny. And she kind of just feeds off that. And she was talking about how Snapchat's a great opportunity to show your personality. And I believe that to the core. Like, it's so funny. My best friend, I almost feel like this is a way that I could get through to her. She still has never done Beachbody, but she's obsessed with Snapchat. But my fear, I guess, with that is that if I start using Snapchat too as this, I don't know if she's going to be open to it, or if she's going to be like, oh my God, another thing Heather's trying to run her business on. But I do think it's a great way to connect with people in a different way, makes it fun and exciting. And one of the reasons why I think it will be really good for me and I want to do it more is because I take myself way too seriously. So I think Snapchat will really help me to kind of get out of my comfort zone with that and stop taking myself so seriously. And yeah, I agree. It gives people a better glimpse into your life. Absolutely. It's really interesting. So I highly recommend. I don't know if you guys listened to the call, but it was really kind of easy to follow and get up to speed on it. And yeah, I agree, Lindsay. It's almost like people feel less threatened and they think you're less salesy because it's fun and it's, like you said, you're just sharing your personality, so it doesn't feel so aggressive, I guess you could say. So yeah, so Snapchat's great. And the other thing that I would say, and this is something that I'm working to master this year, I've had a website, I've had a blog, but I haven't been consistent with them and haven't been managing them well. But a website and a blog is amazing opportunity to gain traction, to get people to follow you, to reach out to new people and grow your network. So when you do feel like you're getting into that cold market, it really should help to drive kind of traffic, if you do it correctly, to where you want it to be. So, no, but again, that's not something, some people feel very comfortable about starting a website and blog from the beginning. Some people get really overwhelmed. So I will say, start with Facebook, start with these other platforms. And then once you feel like you can master a blog or a website, absolutely do it. And most of all, find what excites you and what works for you. So, learn it, and then learn it from the inside out and use it to your advantage, and be consistent. That's one of the biggest things, guys. Be consistent. I know I keep saying that over and over again, and again, this is more for newer coaches who, are still trying to find their way and still trying to get comfortable with posting. And I really want you guys to see the value that it brings. And you're not talking to yourself, because I know people fear that in the beginning. Everyone always feels like they're talking stuff in the beginning. I've been doing this for 2 years, and sometimes I still don't get a lot of likes, but I know people are watching. I know they're looking. I had 2 random people reach out to me today asking me for more information. So even when you don't think your posts are great, or, you feel like you're talking to yourself, just please be consistent and continue to post, because people are watching and they will reach out to you. So So several ways to connect with more people, on top of your, the quite obvious ones, your family, your immediate friends, is one, just simply connecting with old friends from your childhood, high school people, college friends. And this sounds like a no-brainer, guys, but I think this is something that's overlooked. I think people like, oh, well, I never really talked to that person. Like, I'm not going to connect with them again. I'm telling you right now, like, I was thinking about it today when I was thinking about getting back to the basics. My entire business up until this point, for the most part, was grown on these people who were, connections with me. They were like friends of friends. I grew up with them. I was never close to them. It's not been my friends and family. Of course, you all know my mom, who supported me from day one, but most of my family doesn't. Most of them aren't committed to this. So I think people start with their family and they start with their intermediate friends. And then when they don't get excited about it and they don't bring them on, they kind of lose that motivation. They're like, oh, I can't do this. Don't use them. Use them and want to help them, but don't let your business being fall back on them, and don't let that get you discouraged, because that's not what this business is about. At the end of the day, that's a quick win. It's fine to sign your mom up or your dad. I actually pay for my dad's Shakeology. He loves it and he drinks it, but he was one of my +2, which is fine with me, but don't use them as kind of your give up plan. Oh, well, if I can't even get them to do it, then I apparently suck as a coach. Guys, that's not what this is about. This is about helping people. So that to me is more like you're just trying to get people and grow your business kind of the easy way. Let's say that. And again, it's fine to sign them up if that's what you need to do, but you need to look beyond that. You need to understand that this business goes much further than that. If you have close friends and family that need this and they need the coaching opportunity and products because they need to get healthier, great. But don't force it, because that immediate kind of action that you take is just going to put this bad blood in you. And again, if you don't really feel like you're helping people, you're not getting that rewarding feeling back immediately. You're not really feeling like you're doing the business. You felt like you got there by cheating your way. Don't do that to yourselves, guys. Start connecting with people that are in your network. You don't need to be best friends with them. It's probably better if you're not. And, really connect with people that you think can use these products. I think that's kind of where I have lost myself and lost, creating my leads. I think it's kind of a battle, and I don't know if you feel like this, Lindsay, is I'm trying to find coaches as well, but I'm forgetting. So I'm trying to find people that have interest in health and fitness and that are kind of already there on their journey. And I'm forgetting that that's not what it's about. It's about actually helping someone get healthy and fit. Some of the best coaches actually start way away from where they want to be because they have that journey and they're going to be able to share that journey. So it's I think I need to understand that, yes, it would be great to get immediate active coaches, but it's about helping someone on their health and fitness journey first, and then hopefully they'll turn into a coach. So, that's something that I've been really thinking about and working on, and getting back to the mindset of what Beachbody stands for and what their whole goal is. And it's to help people get healthy and fit. This business is obviously a huge part of it. It's a huge part of my passion now, ever since, I developed a team and I started leading all of you, but I have to understand that that's not the only purpose, and that can't be my only why. So again, connecting with old friends from your childhood, college is huge. Definitely do that. You have something personal with them, start following their page, start liking their photos, and then take the opportunity to reach out and kind of, don't be salesy. Ask them how they truly are. You obviously have some connection, so it's not out of the blue. But on top of that, you can friend new people. Friend people on Facebook who are friends of friends who you don't know at all, but maybe they do have similar interests to you, or maybe they look like they could use a program, not to be rude, but, don't be scared to connect with people like that. That's how I became a coach. I know this is a fear for people because they're so afraid of reaching out to new people and them feeling like, oh, why is this person connecting with me? But I would not be a coach right now if Elizabeth never friended me on Facebook. And I didn't know her at all. We had just had mutual friends. I accepted her. I watched her post for months and finally got the, urge to reach out to her and actually find out more. And here I am today. So, if you don't connect with that because that's not how you started as a coach, use my story and really think about that and dig deep into that and realize that there's nothing wrong with reaching out to a complete stranger because you believe in these products, you believe in this opportunity, you know how much it can change someone's life. So in the end, you're really helping them. And if they don't want to friend you, they won't accept you. And if they decide they don't want to follow you, they'll unfollow you, which is fine. But again, if you never take that chance, like there's a great quote, like if you never ask, like you'll never know the answer. Like you need to like give people a chance and give them a chance to reject you. Like that's fine. Like it's absolutely fine. But you never want to feel like you're not doing enough and you're not trying to reach enough people. You're not trying to impact as many lives as you can, because again, that's why we do what we do, is to change people's lives. The quite obvious one that I think a lot of people know about now, because it's been huge in Beachbody last year, is creating a like page. And of course we can put our personal pages public, people can find you, you can friend new people, but there's something about a like page that makes it much more business related, where people know what you're doing. They know you're about health and fitness. They probably can tell at this point, depending on how you post, that it is Beachbody and it's your coach, and they choose to be a part of that. So that's the different, like they want to follow your post. They want to follow your journey. They're excited about that. So a like page is just such a big opportunity to connect with a number of different people, and again, I don't know how many people don't know this. There are some newer coaches on the page, but if you have like I'm not going to go too deep into it, but you can target like a certain group of people. I truly, truly believe that the Beachbody opportunity is coming to the UK. So as much as I don't want you to steal my leads, I challenge you guys to actually start connecting with people over here as well. So when you are filtering your like page and you're trying to find people, add the UK to it. I'm telling you, like my mentor keeps hinting to me, so they won't give me a date, but I really think it's going to be announced at Summit. So, I wanted to say that tonight. I want you guys to take advantage of that opportunity as well, because I think Beachbody is growing and it's a huge opportunity.
And don't forget about our Canadian friends too.
Yes, Canadian. I know. I've only connected with a few Canadians, but yeah, I actually connected with a girl from Canada through Instagram. So absolutely. So US, Canada, and now the UK, I definitely think are things that you should use in order to build your like page.
I think, Heather, do you mind if I add to that little part? Because something I'm struggling with, and maybe we could do another call on this just to kind of come up with some ideas for it, is my posts are starting to get a lot of reach, especially videos, but I'm having trouble translating that into likes on my page. So, like, I'm assuming other people might be having this type of issue as well. So I don't know if you've come across any tips on how to kind of like convert these people to likes on the page.
Yeah, absolutely. So what I do is, it's harder if they just view it, but if they actually like it. So like I just boosted a post recently about the opportunity and like so many likes. So what I did was I went in and like invited them all from the likes in order to like my page. So that's something, I mean, if there's a lot, you have to go back and you have to click every one. I wish I could do like hit all or something, but that doesn't work. So
it's more just the reach. It's like the impressions even than the likes that I'm getting, because I do the same with people who like my stuff, but it's like that, you get a reach of 3,000 people and you don't get any likes on your page from it, or it may be only, 20 likes on the post. It's like, what about those other 990 people who saw that post? You know what I mean?
No, absolutely. Maybe I can see if I can find a top coach that does really well at their like page in order to help us with that, because I mean, I can also research it, but yeah, I can't add too much. I don't really know. That's a really difficult thing in order to kind of track that and how to invite those people. I mean,
that's a great idea though, Heather. Maybe we can find someone who's like really amazing at it and has like tons of, and a glass of water.
Body crushes.
Okay?
Sorry.
That could come and talk about like pages. That would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I would say is the one thing that is good about, so if you get a lot of traction, if you see that post is doing really well, I've been trying to be more aware of what the content is that was, so then I can not maybe repeat it or do something similar. Like obviously this is what's catching people's attention. Why is it catching their attention?
Right. All right, honey, well done.
A lot about like good images and making sure that kind of using techniques like that in order to gain interest. But you're right. But how do you transfer that into them following you? Do you ever actually say in your post or on the picture, like, follow me if you like this content? Or
that's what I'm trying to figure out, is sort of the best practices, because I also don't want it to be like, you know, I don't want to be that obvious, but I want people to just like, I don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? I mean, I guess I'm trying to figure out maybe a contest or like something that might help. Some people on their cover photos, I feel like, will say, like, click here and like, or I don't know. I don't want to be tacky either.
I don't think it's tacky though, because I think people expect that again from the like page. Like,
yeah.
And I think people say that all the time. Like, if you like what you're seeing, if you like this recipe, follow me for more. Like, if you like this positivity, follow me for more. Like, I think that's absolutely fine to do, because again, it's on them anyway. Like, you're putting it on them, so it's not like you're forcing them.
That's true.
Like, you know, so I mean, but yeah, let's definitely talk about this and see if I'll see if I can get someone on the call. I mean, I'd love to have Bonnie, because I know she crushes her like page. So, but if it's not her, I'm sure there's plenty of people that we could kind of invite.
Yeah. Don't mind the disco ball behind me. Claire has my remote for the light, so
that's right. We can start dancing if you want. Obviously another one, and you mentioned a contest. So one of the other tip I said was running free groups. So that's a great way. So, you know, inviting people from your like page to a free group, a great way to get people to like your page, to become friends with them. Because I always, you know, I tell people you have to friend me in order to be added to the group. So free groups are huge. I got away from them for a little bit because I just like was making excuses, not having time for them. But, you know, I just ran a clean eating one last month, and I got a few people from that. I now have an active coach. So like Janet Price, she's killing it. I got to give her a shout out. Like, she's so excited about the results she's getting already. So now she's becoming a coach. And so, yeah, so free groups, huge. I know they take additional time, but I really, really think they're like the answer. And I know you guys are doing them in Ambition Army, and you guys are great coming up with like really fun topics and doing them together, which I think is really positive. So, continue doing that. But yeah, so I did a contest too, a Shakeology contest, and I got a lot of likes from that. But I will say, I'm going to do it again, but definitely I think I need to be better about my targeting this time, because you and I have talked about this, Lindsay. Like, I now have a good amount of likes on my like page, but making sure that they're quality likes and they're actually the people that I want to be connecting with. So I think that's the key too, is not just getting likes like we've discussed, but it's getting people that really want to follow you, that are really interested in what you're doing. They get it. They understand it. They're inspired by it. So if they're not interested in getting started right away, at least at some point they will be, because they're constantly connecting with you. So I think that's a huge piece too, which again, you know about, but for everyone else too. Already talked about making your profile public for people that don't know that. I know some people kind of are weird about that, because if people are, you know, a teacher, that's funny, Lisa, not creepy men, you're hysterical. I've had to block so many people in the last couple months, but that's okay. And that's the thing, honestly, guys, if you put your profile public and someone reaches out to you, and I won't mention the coach, but there was this, you know, kind of something that came up with one coach, and she had reached out to this guy, and then he was being weird. I don't even entertain the opportunity, guys. Like, if someone you think is a creeper and is just trying to follow you, just freaking block them. Like, if you don't know them at all, there's no need for you to not block them. Just block them. Like, I mean, at that point, they can't find you. They can't do anything. So, like, it's not scary. So yeah, so just take that opportunity. I get also tagged in Ray-Ban stuff all the time from people that friend me, because they know I have a huge following. So you can block those people too. So, you know, if you guys ever have any questions on that, reach out to me, but don't be scared to do that, because I don't want people not sharing or feeling like they can't put their stuff public because of these people. There's always going to be creepy people in the world somewhere or another, but there are ways around it. So I'm happy to talk with anyone one-on-one about that. And really, you know, guys, just talk with anyone whenever you get a chance. You know, I have been successfully growing my business from the UK remotely, guys, and I don't have the opportunity to walk down the street and just talk to someone, and be at a store and just talk to someone. So, like, don't forget to like put yourself out there, make yourself business cards, give them to people. Like I know Holly will like, or she used to anyway, would like carry around Shakeology. And if she was shopping in the store, she'd say, oh, you know, I don't know what size to get because I've just lost 30 pounds. Like that is such a good conversation starter. And then she'd say, oh, this is an amazing shake that I have. Like actually have a sample if you want to try it. Like these are great techniques, guys. And if you do it right, it comes across as really genuine. And people are excited about it. So think about those things, these little like extra tactics that you can use in order to connect for people face to face. And if you're scared of sharing your journey and fear rejection of talking to people, there's tons of personal development out there in order to help you with that. So, you know, she's so freaking cute. So definitely find a piece of personal development that you feel like can help you with kind of what you're struggling on. If it is sharing, if it is fear of talking with people, the fear is one of the things that really cripples people in this business, guys. I know a coach that like literally wouldn't message someone because she was so scared that like they wouldn't message her back, or like she wouldn't check her messages because she was scared that like it would be negative. So like if you're one of these people, like let's please talk about it, because I mean, this is a real thing and I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad about it, but you can overcome it through personal development and kind of switching your mindset and understanding that having those conversations is super positive. And like I said, if you don't ask someone, if you don't try to get someone on board, someone else will ask them. So, you know, think about that as well. And people need our help. So make sure you're sharing your journey as much as possible and forming with people. Okay, so the exciting part. So once you connect with these people and add them to your, add them to a spreadsheet. So you have to have some kind of ongoing tool that you use. I just use Excel because Excel works for me. I know there's several different tools. I think like Asana is one that Melanie Mitro uses. There's several different tools where you can track your leads and kind of understand where they stand at that point, gather information on them, stay organized. Organization is key, guys. When I'm falling off track and I feel like I don't have enough people to talk to, it's because I'm not organized. It's because I'm not using the tools that I'm telling everyone else to use and I've created for myself, and I'm just not using them. Why am I not using them? Because you get busy. You think it's just another step in your business, but it's absolutely necessary. So add them to a spreadsheet and track them a way that works for you with as much detail as possible. So I have a spreadsheet template that I'm going to share with everyone after the call, but I'm just going to run down what this includes to give you an idea of the detail that I'm now going into with people. You can call them leads, but it is sales, guys. And if you know sales at all, if you know a good salesperson, all of them will tell you the way to be super successful at selling is to get as much information on someone that you can in order to not use it against them, but to understand where they are in life, how you can help them, what they need from you. So like, how are you going to help them get to where they want to be? So the spreadsheet that I have says their name, their email, their number, phone number, contact number, the last conversation I had with them. So that can be, it depends how detailed you guys want to be. It could be the date and the actual conversation. You could actually post it in there so you know when to follow up. And I'll share this with everyone, so don't feel like you have to write it all down. When to follow up, what they may be interested in, their current job, their current interests, desires, current workout routine, their current nutrition routine. Have I invited them to a challenge group? What was the last conversation I already said, sorry. My notes, so where do they stand? Are they interested anymore? Have they told me a no? Should I follow up? What date did they buy? Date they bought a challenge pack, date they bought Shakeology, and date they became a coach. And the reason why I put those last three things on there, guys, is for a very specific reason, to understand when they started their journey. If they committed, when did they actually start it? And Shakeology is a huge one because, I've been seeing, now that my business is 1,700 people, I'm almost getting an email a day from some coach canceling in my network. And I was saying to my mentor, Jeff, tonight, how depressing it kind of is, because every day I almost now see this email. And I realize it's a huge organization, so it's going to happen. And he's like, don't think of it. Like, change your mindset when you see that email. But on the flip side, guys, I don't look at it that way. I think, how can I help my team in order to not continue to see these emails? How can we make people loyal Shakeology customers and get them to commit but it's following up with them too. I know Lindsay has a great email, I think, that you send people. And I have one myself that it's just following up with someone when their Shakeology is coming out, to make sure that they know, to get an idea of where they stand. Because if you do that, if you reach out to someone, or like most people, you haven't been hearing from them, they're not participating in a challenge group, you mostly know that they're going to fall off. Don't just ignore it, because if you take that opportunity to reach out to them and understand why they're struggling, why aren't they drinking the shakes every day, you may be able to have them come around. You may be able to help them to understand, just put it on hold for a few months. Don't completely quit. Like, that's been happening to me. People are like, I have so much. They just cancel everything. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. You can put it on hold. There are other options. So yeah, I mean, things are going to happen. People are going to fall off. That's just the nature of the business. But instead of using it as a point, like, to get upset or negative, look at it as an opportunity to learn. And again, let's just try to be better. Let's try to communicate more. Let's try to, give our challengers and team the tools they need in order to continue to want to be a loyal customer. So this spreadsheet I'm now trying to review daily. And I read down those things, and it sounds like a lot of work, but if you're consistent with it and you're updating it every time you have a conversation and you look at it every day, and you can even add reminders to your calendar that says when you should reach out to someone again, when should I send a Shakeology email to someone, it actually makes things so much easier, because it's taking the thought out of it. It's like our workouts. I think back to myself, like I was thinking about this today. Why do I love these workouts? Because I don't have to fucking think about it. That's why I like them. Because it gets me a great workout in 30 minutes, and I'm super excited when I'm done, because I sweated it out and I didn't have to think about it at all. All I had to think about was pushing my ass and getting it done. So when you create tools like this for your business, it's the same thing, guys. It makes it so much easier for you. You just look at the spreadsheet, and it basically tells you what you need to do today. It tells you how many people I should be reaching out to. Who do I have to follow up with? Where do they stand right now? And it gets you more comfortable too with talking to people. Like, that's what I'm realizing too, now that I'm getting back to basics and back to kind of figuring it out. I'm like, wow, like, no wonder why I'm struggling, because I feel lost in it all. Like, I feel overwhelmed. I don't know where to begin anymore. So this is really, really helping me. And, obviously, again, be consistent with it, and then follow through, and follow up is key, guys. Make sure you're using it. If you're going to spend the time in order to organize a spreadsheet like this and track your leads, make sure that you're using it to help yourself. And it will help you. I'm telling you right now, if you implement this system, I guarantee you next month, if you start it now, we'll see a drastic change in the amount of people you're talking to, the amount of successful leads that is coming through. I can't talk tonight, apparently. And if someone, again, I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but if you feel like you're getting to where you only have cold leads right now, because it is harder with a cold lead, connect with them and then start watching their page for a few weeks. Track them as a cold lead. I didn't put this column in, but I will. Cold lead or warm lead. Track them as a cold lead, and say, okay, I looked at their page. I've done that. I've liked a few posts. So, like, they're starting to get familiar with you, so you don't feel so much like a stranger to them, even though you are. Because, like, you're personalizing yourself. You're showing that you have an interest in them, and by doing that, when you reach out to them and ask them if they want to join a challenge group, or you say you have something in common, your family's so cute, like, I love this too, whatever it may be, they feel at that time like, you know what, they may be trying to sell me something, I see what they do, but it's okay, because they're obviously a human being. Like, they've taken an interest in me, they're recognizing the things I actually do love and the things that I do struggle with, and yeah, I'm actually interested in learning more. They feel more kind of excited and willing to kind of put themselves out there as well with you. So, that's something to really think about. And that's why free groups are great, again, because it gives you that opportunity to connect with a cold lead before even mentioning a challenge group. So you're offering something free. They're excited. You friend them, add them to the group. You help them along that 5-day journey or whatever the group is, how long it is, 7 days. and they connect with you. They become kind of friends with you, and they feel more comfortable like asking for your help and reaching out. I think that's one of the hardest parts for cold leads is like people don't want to get vulnerable with someone they don't know. They don't want to tell you what they struggle with. They're not willing to open up with you. And I think about like when I was starting my journey, like I didn't really either. Like I didn't really actually ask my coach for a lot of help because I was so scared to ask for it. I was scared of failing and like disappointing her or like disappointing myself. So, think about those things and don't use it as I'm just not going to reach out to a person. Use it as, okay, I'm just going to understand them more. I'm going to show them that I care and I really want to help them. So that's kind of creating your lead list, guys. And again, I'm going to share the spreadsheet that I was talking about in order to help you. And this is a new part that I'm really trying to implement. So managing your lead list and pipeline and kind of classifying the stages until they are awarded. So this really got me excited when I was researching it today. So a pipeline, this type of pipeline that I'm talking about in this lead list creates this opportunity, guys, for you to, to realize how many opportunities do I have to pursue in order to win a certain amount of business. So pipelines are typically defined in stages. So how many leads have you identified? So that's how many leads have you connected with through social media? How many are on your list? And then how many are you pursuing? So how many of those leads have you actually talked to and reached out to? And then how many leads did you win? So this is a whole separate thing that should be tracked probably separately in order for it to be more organized. There's no really set standard of how you categorize it or organize this opportunity, but the main idea remains the same. What matters the most is that you can start to calculate your targets this way. So you can start with your win rate. So out of the leads that you have pursued, how many leads did you win? And you can use that percentage to tell you how many leads you must identify in order to achieve the amount of new business you want. So I was really thinking about this. I'm like, wow, this is so brilliant. So if you can break it down and you're actually tracking, okay, this week I talked to this many people. This week I connected with this many people. This is how many people I actually talked to. And then how many wins did I get from that? How many people actually signed up, bought a program, did something like that? And this helps you to set your goals, your weekly, monthly, and yearly goals. Because we all know, like we always say, you just have to be talking to as many people as possible. This is a numbers game. But like, what does that mean? Like, how do you break it down? And when I was reading this and kind of teaching myself, wow, like this is a really it's the same thing. We're saying the same thing, but we're simplifying it and really digging deep in how to understand it. So once you calculate how many leads you need to identify, you need to know how many leads to pursue in order to achieve that amount of wins you want. So, and we all know not all opportunities become wins. So this is why it's really good to track this behavior and to understand, okay, I have to talk to this many people in order to get this many conversations, in order to get this many wins. Some cancel, some just decide they don't want to do it. And then others, to be honest, at this point in my business, others I just decide not to work with, like once I learn about them and get to know them, and that it's just not a good fit. I didn't do that when I first started coaching. I just kind of was willing to work with anyone and wanted anyone to come on board. And, of course, quantity is still good. I'm not saying it's not, but definitely focus on quality too. And, this is about building your brand and trying to find the people that you want to work with, because that's going to make this business more exciting for you too. I see so many people fall off, and I think a lot of it has to do not only with not wanting to put in the time, not feeling like they're doing well enough, quick enough, but they're just working with the wrong people. So they're not like excited and passionate about it. And I don't really want to talk about it. I mean, so one of the coaches, I won't mention her name, but she's talked about like, she feels like she's dragging people and she's like losing momentum and like passion for being a coach because she doesn't feel like she's actually helping people because they want her to do it for them. And then she's upset because like she can't do it for them. And it's like, that's not what this is about, guys. Like we provide tools for people, we provide support, but at the end of the day, they have to want to do it for themselves. And as much as we're great people, because I know we all are in this team, because I love all of you, and we have such a passion for what we do, but you can't do it for people, and you can't allow for that to hinder your journey and to set you back to the point that you don't even want to do it anymore. So always remember that people are lucky to work with you guys. Like, hold your head high, like get them to see the value in these products and give yourself like that worth so they feel special to be working like in a part of your team. Like my mentor says this to me all the time, like, Heather, you're top coach. Like, do you know what that means? Like, people should be like other top coaches like Melanie Mitro and these other coaches like post about this and they say, oh, to be considered into my coaching apprenticeship, like you need to do this. Like, shit, yeah, you got to be considered. Like, I'm not just taking anyone on board. Like, that's the attitude we have to have. Like, and I don't care if you don't think that you're there yet and you're still kind of a new coach. Like, fake it till you make it. Like, I love, and I always go back to this, I've mentioned it several times, Scotty Hobbs, when he was talking at Summit last year, was talking about his first interaction with Lindsay Matway. And she like was talking about her vision and she's like, I'm going here. I want you to come with me. And he was like, I thought she'd been a coach for 4 years and she'd been a coach for like 4 months. Like, that's what it's about, guys. It's about getting that excitement for people and showing your passion and showing them that you're going there. Like, it doesn't matter where you are today. You know it's possible. We all know it's possible with this opportunity. We see other people succeeding. I am succeeding now. Like, you have to dig deep and understand that, yes, it takes hard work. It takes time. It's not a quick fix, but you will get there. And you need to have that vision already and, give that vision to others and show that passion in order to get others on board. No one wants to join something that's kind of mediocre and like, okay. The reason why we all got started on this opportunity is because it's amazing and we saw that and we believed it and we became a part of it. So give that same thing to someone else. I know it's easy. I know we all have bad days. I know it's easy to get caught up and, again, someone falls off and you lose rank and something's going on and you don't feel that passion, so you can't give it to others. But honestly, guys, like, that's the best thing you can do is to dig deep and to do personal development or reach out to a coach, your success partner, anyone that you can to like bring you back up and to get you to that place where you feel like you can be and you can inspire others, because that's the only way you're going to do it. I'm telling you right now, I know when my business falls, it's because of me. At leadership this year, one of the coaches on stage said that she said, when my team was doing bad, I kept pointing the finger at other people. I kept saying, oh, my fucking team, they suck. And she said, my success partner said, point the finger back at you. It is not your team. You are their leader. You brought them on. You inspired them to get started. So what are you doing? What are you doing to help them? Don't point the finger at them. And that like meant so much to me, because I was like, how true is that? Like, who am I to be like, oh, Lindsay, like, you got to step it up. No, I should be asking myself, Heather, how can you help Lindsay step it up? How can you help her to get to her goals? How can you help her to see the big picture again and to remember what this opportunity can do for you? That's part of our job. And to be honest, I was talking to my mentor today, and he said, Carl Deichler himself said to him the other day, you know what? Coaching is not for everyone. And Jeff said, I can't believe you just said that. And he was like, well, it's the truth. These programs are for everyone. Anyone can use the products that Beachbody provides. Honestly, I believe in my heart that they are the best out there. They will get anyone results if they're used properly and someone supports them. But coaching, not everyone can coach. And that's something to honestly think about too, guys, and realize and be proud of what you've accomplished. Like, I don't even care if you're not a diamond yet. Judge your success in other ways. How many people have reached out to you telling them that you inspired them? How many people have bought a program from you? How many people just, are following your page because they find it inspiring? Forget about the 10 that probably defollowed you or have said a rude thing at some point. That doesn't matter. You're on this journey for a reason. You decided to become a coach for a reason, and you're doing it, and you're being probably more successful than you even giving yourself credit for. So, again, get back to the basics. Think about those things. Think about why you started. I believe that every coach that I know that's working this business right now, that's going to watch this call, is made to do this. I don't really think that there's anyone that coaching isn't for. So just think about the type of coach you are. Think about what you can do to make your journey more positive and better, and how you can help yourself to be more organized and to be more successful. And hopefully, what I talked about tonight really helps you guys, and it helps you to get more organized and set these tools. So pipeline helps you guys to determine whether you are pushing enough leads to end up to the amount of new business you require to sustain and grow your business. So think about it that way. And I was chatting with another coach today, and I reached out to her. I hadn't talked to her in a while. I said, "Oh, I've been so bad. I'm sorry, but like I'm struggling." And she said to me, like, you know, when we were talking about leads and growing our business, she said, you know, because I was saying I want to find willing. At this point in my career, I want to find the willing. I want to find the people who are going to work for it. And she said, Heather, remind yourself and remember that, you know, you're always going to be sorting through the 80% to find the 20% who actually get it and fight for it. And she just kind of like put me back in my place and said, it doesn't matter how long you've been doing this business. This is how it works. It is a people business. You have to be talking to as many people as possible. Not everyone's going to want to help you. Not everyone's going to be a superstar coach. You know, these programs you can offer to anyone, but the coaching opportunity is unique and not everyone's going to thrive at it. So, but what she said is, so sorting through the 80% to find the 20% who actually fight for it. But we have to give the same energy towards everyone because you'll never know who will stick. And wow, like she's so right. And I've thought about this before, and I'm always amazed sometimes I bring on these coaches and I think they're going to kill it and I'm so excited about them, and then they do nothing. And then I've had coaches come on who I'm just like, I had no clue that they were going to kill it. I actually thought Lindsay was going to kill it, but I didn't know. And then like she just crushed it. And then, you know, it's like you just never know. So you have to give people the same energy and give them the same opportunity. Don't judge a book by its cover. Don't think, oh, well, I really don't think that person's going to be great. So, you know, I'll give them some tools, but like I'm not going to go above and beyond for them. Don't do that because you honestly don't know who's going to stick. And for me, this shows two very important messages that I want to end with is that you need to be talking to as many people as possible, and that you need to give all of your, you know, give your energy and everything that you have to every one of them. So make sure you're plugging them into trainings. Make sure that, you know, you're having one-on-one calls with them if you can. You know, give them an opportunity to be successful. If they prove not to be, if they decide that they're not going to do the daily disciplines and they don't make time for you, then that's a decision you can make at that time, how you're going to progress that relationship forward. But everyone from day one should be given the same opportunity. And again, I mean, you took on that responsibility as wanting to be their coach. You know, they put their faith in you and they took a chance on this opportunity. So you need to give that same kind of respect back to them. And the same goes the other way. If you don't feel like someone's respecting your time and you don't feel like they're giving their 50%, again, like reach out to me. Let's talk about how that's working and how you want to kind of handle that situation at that time. I'm not saying give up on people, but at the same time, like I was saying, you have to keep this kind of journey positive and keep it moving in the direction that you want it to be. At the end of the day, yes, we're here to help people, but you're also here to create your dreams and to help yourself. And I know for myself, I've worked really hard to get rid of the negativity and the draining people on my life. And if I ever felt like someone was taking that away from me and, you know, they were adding to this negativity and they weren't supporting me and how I want to grow my business, then it would have to be a conversation at that time, you know? So don't feel like you can't have those difficult conversations. Don't feel like you can't design what you want this business to be. We talk about designing our dream life all the time, but like design your business. It's your business. So, you know, think about that, guys, when you're reaching out to people. You know, think about it when you're creating your life page and the brand that you want to be and who you want to target. But yeah, I mean, that's really what I got tonight. I don't know if you guys have anything to say. Sorry for the few hiccups in my talking. I don't know where those are coming from. Does anyone have anything to add? If you guys don't, that's totally fine. Let me just read the whole. Yeah, Google Streak. So you haven't used it yet?
I've used it. I've set up some pipelines. Where I've found some success in it is I'll create a pipeline for a specific challenge group that I'm promoting. And so I'll add names of people who like my posts about it, or some prospects that I think, you know, from the past that I need to follow up with that I think might be into it. And so in that way, it's been successful for me. I just haven't done it from like a super cold lead all the way through. I mean, I guess you can just add people even if you don't even have their email address yet, from what I've learned from Jenny. Jenny's been using it, so she might be, you know, a good person to talk to about it, but she's having a lot of success with it.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that when you brought it up, because I remembered she said she was teaching herself on it, so maybe I could have her do a call on it or something.
Because I mean, I need something, and I like the idea of having it in a Google app because I do everything in Google, and I'm off Excel. Just like my brain just doesn't work that way. Like I can't even handle Excel. So yeah, but I need something. I just feel, I mean, Lisa knows it too. The struggle for me is organization. I just couldn't, I can't.
I mean,
Yeah.
and the information I'm going to share that's in my Excel is absolutely something you could do into a Google Doc for sure.
Yeah.
So I think it's just about, like using the platform that works for you, but getting the content down and making sure that you're using it. I mean, I'd rather people use what works for them because then they're going to use it. I mean, if you hate Excel, and then it's not going to work. I mean, I would love to use one of these kind of resources, but I have such anxiety about trying to learn something and spending the time to do that.
That's what my anxiety stems from too, for any kind of organizational system, because it takes work at the beginning to make it into a habit. So nothing is going to be easy at first. And I know that. And I think that's where part of my procrastination comes in. But the thing about Google Streak too is it literally will make your life more efficient and productive if you get there, because you can even create these little like excerpt, like scripts right in there. So all you have to do is find that script, copy, paste it. Like it could save a ton of time. It's just a matter of getting there. And Asana I looked into too, and that looked unbelievable. But you know, the thing that worries me is that you can't export your contacts. So imagine spending all this time putting all of your contacts in, but then not actually having it like saved anywhere where you can export it if Asana doesn't work or you don't want to use it anymore. So that just seems counterproductive to me too.
That's funny. I actually signed up for it the other day, and then like I started looking through it and I was like, I can't do this right now. But yeah, I wouldn't like that feature either. I would absolutely want my contacts somewhere else. So yeah, I mean, I'm with you too. I mean, I really, so my two big things this year, just so you guys know, I know I need to share my goals again, but I really want to get on top of my website. I don't think I'm going to do a blog and website. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but I need to get on top of that. And one of the things that I really want to start doing is sending monthly mailers too. And so like using MailChimp or something. I mean, I even thinking, can Google Streak do that? You can send, like you were saying, you can send templates, you can send emails, right?
Oh yeah. And honestly, for me, because I was using MailChimp for a while, but I don't see a difference because people respond better just to regular looking emails anyway. They don't really want things that look super salesy. So what I've been doing now is just BCCing all my customers and coaches in a regular email in Gmail. And like people are responding to it. I just recently did a survey to all my customers and coaches, like a questionnaire, just asking them what program they're doing. Do they need to get back into something? What are their goals for the summer? Just to kind of try and reconnect. Yeah. Because again, it's that feeling of overwhelm where I feel disconnected and I don't know who's doing what, and I feel like people are falling off. So this was my like last ditch attempt to try and
absolutely. Again, I mean, when we talk about timing, because like you guys know I'm super busy again now. Timing and organization, like I just think, like mass things, like what can I do and send people a mass email, and like following up for people, and just like I have so many old challengers now that I know aren't in my challenge group. They're not active, but like they're still a customer under me, and like who am I to kind of make them feel like they forgot about me? And I'm usually good about like reaching out to people through Facebook, but I think sending that monthly email and just reminding people what's going on with Beachbody, or asking them, where they are in their journey. Do you want to get back into a challenge group? Some people might, they're just not reaching out. So give them that opportunity. And the other thing is free leads. I feel like I would love to find someone that could do a great call on this for us, because I want to really dig deep and understand, what should the email be? What should the subject be? What should I say? I've tried several different things. I haven't been really successful.
I've read that texting actually has worked the best with free leads, but I have a really hard time. I feel like invasive about it. I'm not going to text somebody if I don't know them, but that's like.
The reason why I don't like that tactic is because I wouldn't be okay with someone doing that.
I know.
I had a lady I met, Mary Kay lady, at Gobbler Fest back in college, and she started texting me constantly. And I don't answer. Like, I never answer. It made me feel icky. I was
Creepy,
like, no.
right?
Yeah, I was like, you need to lose my number. This is not okay.
But yeah, Lindsay, I heard this too, because I've asked in team drop the cookie before, and people are like, oh, texting. And I was like, what? Like, I don't think I would do that. And I know that's not what Scotty Hobb does. So other people have to be doing other things. Like, again, I just think it's like coming from the email. I've tried emailing through my Beachbody account. I've tried emailing from my LaChance, at Lifestyle Health Coach. I mean, I don't know if you say free coach in the email. You know what I mean? It's like my dad was trying to give me tips. He's like, just kind of pique their interest, but then don't tell them right away what you are, so they have to look at the email. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. So I think it would be good to try to get more clarification on that. I mean, I'll ask in the wall too, the 5-star and above page too, to see if anyone else has any good feedback. We could also, Lindsay, ask in the leadership retreat. I'm talking about the NLC page.
Mm-hmm.
If anyone has any, I never use that page, but a lot of people use it. I feel like I need to start using it more.
Wait, which one?
The page that they created for the leadership event we went to in January. Are you not in it?
I'm not in it.
What?
I don't think I would be.
Oh wait,
what?
You weren't there.
No. I'm not.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Jenny.
I'm doing a really good job of faking it till I make it. What can I say?
Yeah.
Faking myself in there.
Where we hung out. It was the other skinny blonde on the team.
I wish I was in California. Don't get me wrong.
I loved LA. I would love to go back.
Yeah, the other thing with emails too, I've just from my past is you want to put something that catches their attention. You not necessarily tell them everything up front, but on the subject line, you need to be careful what you put to catch their attention so they don't think it's a virus and they just automatically delete it and don't even look at it.
Yeah, that's the thing. When you're like too creative, you definitely could be seen as a virus for sure.
Like checks, if I get an email that said check this out in the subject line, you're gone. I won't go near it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
I'm a chronic email deleter. I just go delete.
Free coach looks spammy too, I feel like.
I usually say hi in their name, like hi, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Or hey, checking in, or like something, I don't know, not usually checking. I usually put their name in it. But, I mean, it's worth just following some other people that you respect in the marketing world. Like, what are they doing for their newsletters? Like, it's just about studying what's working.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Like, I feel like the most success I have is actually looking at what other entrepreneurs are doing.
Yeah, that's all.
What coaches are doing.
Yeah.
Because, like, you're right. Like, that's the brilliance behind it. I mean, like, several companies are doing this because it works, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a really good point. But great. So excited to see you guys. I'll try to I feel like wide awake right now, which probably isn't great, but I'll try to post the call tonight if I can stay up. It takes forever to download at my place.
I know. In general, it just takes forever to download the Zoom calls.
It was good to see you again, Lisa.
Good to be back.
Good to see you at Summit. Yay. Oh my God, I want to get one of those coach hats. I got to reach out to Carrie.
Yeah, the person that she went through. I need to order one too.
There's different styles, right?
Yeah.
So fun. I kind of love the one she has. I wonder what the other one.
I know.
I went to everything I tried to order the other day is out of stock.
Oh, we're not talking off the Beachbody site, but yeah, I just ordered something. I just ordered too when I was trying to get like cute clothes and everything, like all the Beachbody Coach stuff. Like I've been wanting that blue hoodie for like months, and it's always out of stock.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
Yeah.
Oh,
Keep an eye on it. We'll get a bunch of stuff at the core though, and I have elite access, so I might be able to hook people up with checking out because the checkout is ridiculous.
Okay.
Remember, Lindsay? It was like so ridiculous.
I didn't mind checking out. I just the line to get in.
You girls got your airline tickets yet?
I'm driving.
You're driving?
I know what flight I'm taking. I just have to book it. Greg got reward points on his credit card, so we're going to do it through that.
Keep going down.
Well, my flight costed more than a
Thursday morning.
When? Thursday?
Thursday morning. I think it's like a 5:45 flight or something like that. And then we're coming home Sunday at like 1 something.
Nice.
Yay! I'm so excited.
That was early.
Oh, and Lindsay didn't get charged yet either, Mom, but we'll figure it
No.
out.
That's so weird. The email said everybody would be charged the one night stay by the end of May. But
It's not the end of May yet.
That's true.
the April, I mean. I'm sorry. The end of April, it said. But
Whatever. I'm sure it's fine. I have a confirmation email. I told my mom I'll fight someone.
yeah.
It's all good.
It's all good. All right. Well, I love you, girls.
Love you too. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Have a good week.